everybody, it's your girl Cheyenne. I'm back with Female King Nails TV, and I'm sorry. I do want to apologize. Like, I'm so sorry that I have not been doing my videos. I have not been keeping y'all hip to everything, but that is just because I got baby number 2 on the way. So I just been like calm down. I just been working, hustling, doing my own little thing, and just, pretty much like staying out the way, just trying to be, calm until the baby gets here and everything. But I feel like that shouldn't stop me from still, having my little, talks with you guys, getting y'all hip to, like being in the shop and working from home and stuff like that. So today's video, as you can see from the title, it's going to be like a part 2 to my video that I had, like working in a Vietnamese nail salon and everything, the things that you don't necessarily know when working into a shop and everything. And I want to also say I apologize if y'all heard some background noises, because y'all know I usually do my videos in the car, and it's getting cold. It's the new year. I'm in Missouri. I don't have nowhere to go. I don't, it's COVID. I don't feel like going nowhere. I'm gonna stay right here. So, because I'm downstairs, in the basement and everything, by my work area and stuff, family is upstairs, daughter, dad, they're upstairs being annoying. So I'm sorry if you guys hear them. But yeah, let's get into the video. I have a girl that reached out to me, and I want to give a shout out to her. Her name on Instagram is Nails Bigger Than Texas. She ended up messaging me a few weeks ago, and she was asking me a lot of questions that I feel like was really good, that I feel like I should be, I should actually share with you guys, because the questions that she asked me kind of went a little bit more into details when you're actually in a Vietnamese nail salon. She stated that she was still a beginner, and she still has, her regular job and everything. She wants to start working in a shop and everything, but she also stated that she still feel like she is not up to speed far wise as like how they move, like people with more experience move. And she wanted to know, her first question was, with her starting at a slower speed, with acrylics and everything, will they start you off on dip? And I'm gonna be honest with you, they're not gonna start you off on anything. They are just gonna put you out there, and they want you to pretty much work on your own. It's just like how I stated before, like I was thrown into, this pit with, like being blindsided. I was just thrown into this cage, this zoo, whatever you want to call it. At the end of the day, it was wild. It was a mess, and I had no idea what I was putting myself into, because I thought it was like a regular job. You get the training first, or you get the orientation, get the training and everything, then you get put onto the floor. No, that you get put straight onto the floor. It's no orientation, it's no training, it's no getting to meet the staffs and anything like that. It's no learning the shop or something like that. No, you get put straight onto the floor. And most shops, it depending on especially the shop that you've been in, because I've been in multiple shops, they probably will only want you to do pedicures and manicures. No dip, nothing that really has to deal with anything with the drill and stuff like that. So that answer is just like, it's all depending on the shop that you go to. But 9 times out of 10, no, they won't start you off with no dip. Another question or statement that she made, far wise as being in the shop, is that she spoke about, race and everything. And she said something about, far wise as not being of their race and everything, will they speak ill of her? And I had, I'm very honest, I'm very open, I'm literally like a book. So I'm telling her everything, like everything she wanted to know. And she started saying, I'm white and everything, and will, you know, they speak ill of me and stuff like that, knowing that I don't know the language, or I don't understand them most of the time and stuff like that. And I'm gonna be very honest. I worked in the shop, black, as you can see. Believe it or not, excuse me, they talk about any and everybody. It's the same as, you know, any other race. They talk about everybody. It does not matter what it is, where you go. It's always going to be somebody that speaks ill of you. It just doesn't matter. And it's not just Vietnamese, it's other races too. No matter what job, what shop, it don't matter where you work at. So her answer to that one is yes. But that's just me speaking in general, because I feel like any and everybody will talk about you. Like, it's common sense. She also wanted to know where, when I worked in a Vietnamese nail salon, were the workers kind enough to show me their work or their techniques, you know, to help me out to get better. Remind you guys, I've worked in 3 different shops. The first shop was black owned, but it pretty much consisted of manicures and pedicures, and she, you know, helped me out and everything. When I got to the second shop, Vietnamese, you know, I was the only black girl working there, and everybody was literally Vietnamese. They didn't show me anything. It was, I would probably honestly say this one was a different type of shop versus once I moved on to the third shop, which it was more of a melting pot in the third shop. So with that second shop being, if we're going to focus mainly on a Vietnamese nail salon and not like a melting pot family, or, you know, black owned or something like that, then staying on that category, no, they did not show me nothing. They were not willing to. It's kind of like my job. I know what I came here to do, so I'm not paid to train you. You have to do it your own. You know, that's kind of like the vibe that it gave me. Like, your job has nothing to do with me. If you don't know your job, you shouldn't be here. That's pretty much simple. Like what is pretty much telling you from the workers being there and everything. So no, they did not take the time out. Believe it or not, if they did certain things, like certain services and stuff for you, like helped you out and everything, trust and believe, some of that money is going to them, and they don't care. Like, other than that, they're not going to show you nothing. It's just like, yeah, if I help you out, I'm getting paid for your work too. So that's pretty much like how it worked. It sucked, but it's like. My girl also had another question about, is working in the nail career a good choice? Like, you know, is it worth being in the nail business, the nail industry and everything? Me personally, because I've been doing it for, you know, a couple years and everything, yeah, definitely. I struggled in the beginning, of course, but who doesn't struggle in the beginning, you know, especially when you're trying to find your way. And back then, when I was starting off doing nails and everything, I did not know of too many people, especially too many black nail techs doing nails. So my struggle of getting into the nails and learning it and making my money and everything was a bit harder than being able to, you know, link with somebody. And, you know, I'm not trying to say like, I'm just trying to give an example, because some people are like this, but bandwagon off of folks. You know, I wasn't able to do none of that. Everything that I've built, I've had to do it on my own. And because I did it on my own, it's honestly very worth it. To the point where, I mean, I work on my own. I work from home. I've been doing this since really COVID started, and I had my surgery and everything, and I haven't went back. And it's been months. It's been months. It's January, and I left my job due to me having surgery in March. And after, you know, March, like I've stayed home. You know, I've made money from home, and it's some days where you could probably get one client, make what, $50. Then you could get you the next day, you get all clients from 8 in the morning to, you know, whenever you want to stop. And you can pull $500 a day. Yes, I've done that. I have done that. I have pulled $500 a day just by doing nails and feet. Like, and I didn't have to, you know, like stress or stroke or nothing like that, because when you actually dedicate your time, your effort, and you know, you want to get better and better, you know, move fast or whatever, you know, people will pay good money for good services, you know, stuff like that. They tip good too. Like, being in the nail industry, once I got into the shop, I've never seen so many big tips, because I've been a server before. I've been in other multiple jobs, you know, working call service and everything, and nothing has paid me more than doing nails. So me personally, it may not always be the same for somebody else, but it may be greater than my situation. But speaking on me, definitely, it's definitely like by far like the best choice. This next question that she asked me, it pretty much goes back to the last question of, you know, what is, you know, this a good field to be in and everything. She wanted to also know, did I accumulate a nice amount of money, you know, when I first started, or, you know, if I was just being in the industry. And I kind of answered that towards the, you know, what I just said and everything of that last question. But when she spoke on far as is accumulating, again, you know, when I first started off, I didn't even charge that much. Like, when I first started to like build my clientele, you got to start off at a price that is it amounts to your work, you know. So me personally, I did not feel like my work, of course, in the beginning was that good. So of course, you know, I started out charging people like $15, you know, $20 for gel, and whatever length of design, just come to me. You know, like, let me build my clientele up, let me get this work, let me get these pictures and stuff like that. And now that I know, you know, like what I'm doing and stuff like that, maybe you couldn't catch me charging nobody, you know, $15 for nothing. Like, I'm not trying to make it sound like stuck up or anything, but it's just, you know your work. You're gonna have to pay me for my time and my effort and my skills and stuff like that. Like, I'm pretty much, now it's like you're paying me for my labor. Simple, you know, stuff like that. So back then, whew, but it was all worth it, because now I'm up to this stage to where I could be like, oh, you want something like this? Baby, that's $100. And people be like, okay, you know, that's cool. As long as your work is clean, neat, you know, service is good, you know, you're not having nobody sitting here for hours and hours and stuff like that, and you give that person what they want, they will pay for it. Simple as that. So the next question that she wanted to know also was, did I struggle with my time and trying to get people in and out, you know, according to the time, you know, that they had. I'm gonna put it like this: I'm gonna get you out at whatever time that I'm gonna get you out in, you know. And if you feel as though you want to put me on a time schedule, don't come to me, because I get people that be wanting all this extraordinary stuff or whatever. And if you feel like you want something extraordinary, you feel like you want something blinged out and everything, you can't give me no hour, you know, because I got to prep, you know, shave, file. I got clients that love long nails. You think I'm finna put myself on the timer? No. I'm gonna get you out at whatever time that I can get you out at. So if you do say like, hey, how long would this take and everything, and I give you an estimate, that's not a fact. Like it's just an estimate. So if you're okay with it, you know, that's fine. We might go over a little bit, it might be under whatever. But if I'm dealing with somebody that's rushing me and everything, 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna get whatever time you're trying to rush me at, because I'm still gonna move at my pace and everything. So even still to this day, I might take a little bit longer on some nails, you know, but I do have some sets where I'm moving like really, really fast on it. It just all depends on the set too. So if somebody's on like a set schedule and everything, I recommend you not get something extraordinary, extravagant, exotic, nothing like that, because especially if you don't have nothing exactly in mind, I'm just, you know, it's gonna take a little time, simple as that. So in the conversation, the last question that she had to me was, is there any job security, you know, in the nail industry? And honestly, it's almost like any other job. Again, you know, it's not no, you know, no, it's no job security. If we're gonna be very honest, it's just like any regular job. If you get fired, you get fired. If you get terminated, you get terminated. It's not no contract with you, especially being in the nails, because being in the nail industry, because also too, you pretty much work for yourself. And it's kind of like, I'm not gonna say you are your own boss being in somebody else's shop, but depending on that shop, it's like you're under them, but at the same time, you're making your own money, you know. So whatever you pull through and stuff like that, that's, you know, like, that's how you're gonna keep your job secured. If the boss sees, okay, you coming in to work, you know, you doing your clients and everything, you cleaning up, you getting yourself ready for the next day, and you go, hey, you can stay here as long as you want, as long as you like, as long as you're comfortable and stuff like that. But you know, if they see that you are a threat, or, and 9 times out of 10, it's not always considered like a threat, unless, you know, you're trying to build your own business and they know about it, and they feel like you're trying to steal clientele from them and everything. That's when I feel like they would only consider it as a threat. But past that, if they see like, you know, you're bringing trouble to the job, or you don't want to work, you're being lazy, if the boss asks you to do something and you can't do it and stuff like that, or they just see like they're losing time and they're losing money with having you there, then yeah, you have to go. There's not a contract. It's nothing that you sign. It's nothing like, it's not a payroll, like an hourly type of thing or nothing like that. It's just, if you start, you start. And if you get let go, you get let go. And 9 times out of 10, they might let you back. I've seen times like that too, you know, being in the shop and everything. But, you know, after so many chances, again, too, yeah, you might not get let back or anything, but it's only a job security when you are doing your job. You know, you're doing what you're supposed to do and everything. So I feel like if you come and you show that you're good work, like any other job and everything, you can be there as long as your heart desires. Past that, when it's your time to go, it's your time to go, you know. Yeah, this light in this basement is like, I like the light, but it's like too bright. But at the same time, the show must go on. I'm just gonna have to ignore this bright light. I'm over it because it's still shining and everything. But being in a nail salon, a Vietnamese nail salon, it's very tricky. It's very exhausting. It's a lot of things still in the shop that you don't know, and you have to be there to honestly understand everything that I'm really saying to you. Because you could be like, okay, yeah, like I get it, but until you actually get there and you work with the type of people that I've worked with and everything, it's just like, 9 times out of 10 people be like, oh yeah, we would have been fighting up in there and stuff like that. But when you're really dedicated to your job and you want to get to you, like, I get a lot of girls in my inbox about wanting to learn how to do the nails, and they need guidance. Like, I didn't get guidance and everything, and it's like your composure is everything. So if you get that step to being in the shop and everything, I want you to take that step, and I want you to grow from it. Like, keep growing, keep building, keep glowing, all of that type of stuff from every step that you take, every move that you make, everything. Like, I just want you to keep your composure, because I know with dealing with Vietnamese people in the shops and everything, they don't have no filter. And it's crazy because my boss said that to me. She was just like, oh, I apologize, we might come off rude or anything, but we don't think nothing of it, because that's just who we are. We come off like that type, that way and everything. And it's just like, I don't want to deal with it. Why do y'all want to keep thinking it's normal and stuff like that? But when you look past the bad, it's also very rewarding too, because my reasons for wanting to be in the Vietnamese nail salon is because, one, I had a kid to take care of. I need to work. The money was really good. The clientele that you get, like, you build a really good bond with people and everything. And if you become a tech that a client loves and everything, they will follow you wherever you go. And almost all of my clientele is a prime example from the shops that I've been in, versus having social media and people finding me, through other people and stuff like that. Like, a lot of my recommendations come from people that I've met in the shop and everything. So I highly recommend, if you really want to build your clientele up, get in that shop. Whether you feel as though you're not the best or nothing like that, you will become the best if you keep it going, you keep pushing and everything, and you keep like working on yourself. You will build whatever clientele you are looking into. And that's another thing that I want y'all to be careful about, is the clientele that you want to service. That plays a big role in your career and your next step, because you have to choose an audience too. People don't believe it. People are like, oh, well, I feel like I could, service young, older people, and, people who do this and that and do this and that. Me, personally, the clientele that I want to build up, I want to build the exotic clientele, the long nails, because I love doing artwork and everything. So I'm not going to get the chance to do nail artwork or cartoons or diamonds and crystal pixies and stuff like that if I got a clientele, a whole clientele based off of girls that are in the nursing field, and they only can get nails like this, or they can only get it polished. Nobody's going to see me for my true talent if I'm stuck on that. Like, no. So it's not necessarily a bad thing, because what you want to get noticed for. So I'm just saying, when you get into this nail field and everything, and you wanna you want to be known for something specific, then you have to keep working towards that to be known for that, you know. So if you're in a shop and everything, and you feel like that shop is only based off of something so simple, like they don't come and they don't get, you know, like the fun stuff, you don't have to stay, you know. Upgrade, move up, move to the next level. Check out other people's pages and works and shops works and designs and stuff like that, and move the fuck on. Like, simple as that. I'm sorry that I'm cussing, but it's just me being more personal and me being more real with y'all. Move on. Simple as that. So that's what I did. Like, the shops that I've worked in, yeah, they had like fun little designs or whatever. But once I got on my own, I was doing shit that I wasn't doing in the shop. Like, simple as that. Like, I know I keep saying it, but like, yeah, like I wasn't getting the clientele with the, you know, the full set on the toes, or I wasn't getting the clients with the lipstick nails, or the, you know, the clients that you get the tips on and they be like, don't cut my tips. I wasn't getting that in the shop. But at home, and they find me, my clients be like, no, I don't want you cutting that. Like, leave it that lint type stuff, you know. I want the crystal pixies. I want, you know, the stickers and all of that type of stuff. I want ombre, you know, this and that. Like, that's what I'm working towards. So nothing's wrong with, you know, picking and choosing your clientele, because you know what you want to get noticed for. And I highly recommend, when you get started on your nail journey, you have a goal and you stick to that goal. Nothing's wrong with that. And that's what I'm doing. I'm sticking to my goal. Like, I want to be known for my nail artwork and everything. And hey, that's what I'm going to do. I do appreciate you guys for watching my quick little vlog, my quick little video. You know, just breaking down everything that we talked about in the messages and stuff like that. It's a new year, so I am going to try my hardest, even with the pregnancy and everything that I got going on. I want to try my hardest to keep uploading. I'm gonna try to at least upload a video or two, really, to build the context, the clientele, not the clientele, but you know, really to build my site and everything. I'm gonna really try posting at least twice a week. You know, finding something to talk about, even if it's talking about being in the shop, being at home, or doing nail tutorial videos, or just vlogging for my day and stuff like that. I'm really gonna try to keep up on that with you guys. So again, I really do appreciate you guys for watching my videos. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I got a personal, and of course I got my business. You can find my personal at the number one female _ king, and then my business is female _ king nails. You can reach me on either one of those pages. Don't forget to also subscribe, like, and also click that notification button so you guys can stay up to date on all my videos and everything. Because now that I'm getting into this, I'm not gonna try to, you know, I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna try to I'm gonna try to work with y'all. Just work with me, you know. So I hope you guys, new year is starting off good like mine's and everything. I appreciate anybody and everybody that's watching this video, and I hope that you guys have a good rest of your day.